All right. Welcome back to the Wellness Plug TV. I have a beautiful guest today. I'm so excited because she is on this wellness like me. Do you hear me? I'm always excited to hear from other coaches because I know that they know how important it is self care, how important it is to take care of our bodies, our minds, our spirits, and our business. Do you hear me? So, yes, so I'm your girl, Naughty by Nature. I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell her story and whatever she have for us today because knowledge is power, but only if it's activated.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Knowledge is power, honey. And people still sit up here and they choose to be willfully ignorant. Tell the kids again.
Do you hear me? Yes, yes, I love
Um, wow, I don't even know where to begin. Well, hey y'all, I'm Antonique,
it.
and
Hey.
my thing is, I hope that you're feeling wonderful, awesome, and amazing. All the
Yes.
things that makes you you. Um, I'm a wellness coach, and I've been in the fitness industry for since about 2011. So I've been in the
Mm.
fitness industry for about 12 years. And I think I've done everything from I'm done group exercise coaching, um, I'm a cycle instructor. I love teaching cycle.
My
I
favorite.
have stories about that, baby. Stories
I
about
bet.
I've been an Orange Theory coach. I taught so many different group exercise classes. I was a corporate wellness manager for like 4 years. I have my master's in exercise science. Um, and, I'm a medium sized girl in a world that tells me it's not okay all the time. But I'm still here and thriving.
Mm-hmm.
And my big mission, my business is called Uniquely Fit Training. Is it fit?
Beautiful.
Unique. But the goal is to help people to redefine the way that they view wellness so that they can
Mm.
be their healthiest versions of themselves unapologetically and just in their way.
Mm-hmm,
One
mm-hmm.
of the things that I hate when it comes to the fitness industry and health and wellness is that it's always been portrayed that there is this right and this wrong way to be healthy. There's this right and this wrong way to look, when that's not the case.
That's
You
right.
know, my journey on this earth is completely different from your journey on this earth. And my goal is to help people to understand and to tap into their own
Mm.
self to realize, hey, I have to focus on my lane because you
Mm.
don't know what that person in the other lane is doing, and being someone that I've been on this fitness weight lossy journey since I was like 13. Oh, baby, stories, stories, stories. I've been on this journey since I was 13 years old and I'm 34. And the things that I have learned and the things that I have experienced on this
Mm.
journey, it's a lot. Child, it's
Mm.
a lot,
Mm-mm.
and also being a Black woman and
That's
being
right.
in this journey of wellness and your body image and,
Mm-hmm.
just my culture, like
Mm.
my mother is Jamaican. So we have our own food and our own
Mm.
culture that I have to deal with that, when it comes to my story. But then also being a Black woman in a wellness space and not
Right.
looking like everybody else and
That's
being
right.
told that you're not good enough to be in this space because you don't look like everybody else. That's hard. That's hard to deal with,
Yeah.
especially when you know in your heart that God has sent you on this earth to be in this space. So it's like, I'm going to be in this space by any means necessary. Y'all not going to tell me that I shouldn't be able to.
That's right.
But my mission is just to help people to see that wellness and health is not a one size fits all thing, and that you can be healthy in whatever body you want to be healthy in. You can be healthy choosing the foods that you still want to eat and moving your body the way that you want to eat, all of those things. So, baby, we got stories. That's all I'm gonna say. We got
That is awesome because this is the point, y'all. Like this is one of the things that um I give to my clients as well to let them know I want you to have the best version of you. So tell me what you think about this.
Mhm,
So the New Year resolution thing is coming
mhm,
up. And
Mhm.
so the thing is that, this is every year. So
Mhm.
every year we get more clients coming in. They want to be
Mhm.
fit and everything.
Mhm.
So what I see a lot, and I want you to answer this for me,
Mhm.
just like you said, I am not your average person that you think.
Mhm.
I am me, as
Mhm.
the best version of me being
Mhm.
healthy, and I want my clients to look at themselves the same.
Mhm.
Well, when they do these vision boards and they put
Mm.
this picture of XYZ mama,
Mhm.
and this
Mhm.
is not Antonique, it's not Nadia, it's
Mhm.
somebody totally different.
Mhm.
And then this is what they want to be. This is their
Mhm.
image. My
Mhm.
question to you is that realistic?
No, it's not. It's not because you don't know what that person did to get that body.
Mm,
That's my biggest thing. You do not know what that person did to get that body. And one of the things that I remember a couple years ago, I remember Keisha Kior came out with this line of like she had like stuff, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I made an Instagram video and talking about like how goofy people are for like buying into it because she bought her body. Yeah, like she bought her body. And you're going to listen to this woman who
Right, right,
bought her
right,
body
right, right, right.
tell you wear this waist trainer for 20 hours a day. You're going to listen to
Wow.
this woman sell flat tummy tea and all of these things. And she bought her body.
That's
You
right.
know, and granted, let me take that back. I don't 100% know. I wasn't in the surgery room with her if she did or did not do it. But she's not getting on the internet like Jillian Michaels or like Jeanette Jenkins and stuff like that,
Right.
promoting
Mm-hmm.
health in that particular way.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
y'all are like pushing yourselves over to
Mm-hmm.
buy these waist trainers. And I remember this lady thought she was going to drag me. She picked the wrong one that day. And it's just like, I hate, I always tell folks when they're coming in, when I do consultations, the
Mm-hmm.
goal is not for you to look like a celebrity because, like I said, you
Mm.
don't have the resources that these celebrities have. Like I remember when Missy Elliott first went on her weight loss journey, and she said, "I work out 4 hours a day." The
Wow.
average person does not have the
No,
resources
no,
to
no, no,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
do
no.
that,
Yeah.
and to have the celebrity chefs and to have the trainers and
Trainer.
all of those
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have that.
That's right.
It,
It's
it,
not even that they don't have it. Two, one, I don't think they want it because we're here. Oh no, we're here. You don't want to pay the price
mm-hmm,
to stay well. You
mm-hmm,
rather go and do the quick fix. And
mm-hmm,
then what happens at the end? I get a lot of people, and I'm sure you do too. Say,
mm-hmm,
hey, I'm still gaining in those areas
mm-hmm,
that I went and got XYZ done.
mm-hmm,
And then how do I supposed to react to this? Well, we
mm-hmm,
try to put your plan together before, or you could have reached out beforehand, so you can have those things already taken care of. Now, in some instances, and I'm pretty sure you just like me, I agree with a
mm-hmm,
surgery to a certain extent because most women who need it maybe have
mm-hmm,
kids, and it's some
mm-hmm,
other stuff that's going on with the body
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm,
we can't transform, and it's probably
mm-hmm.
going to be like some extra skin or something, where you
Yes.
have issues. Now, that's one thing. And then,
Mm-hmm,
of course, if it's got something to do with like a gastric bypass or something like that,
mm-hmm,
to where it's
mm-hmm,
very health related, and it's something
mm-hmm,
that would actually help you with your
mm-hmm,
heart and your
mm-hmm,
intestines and that stuff. But when it comes down to people continue to get them, going, and instead of trying to exercise, or instead of, I don't believe in diets, but instead of
mm-hmm,
trying to eat more foods that are nutritious for your body, that will shame off or shake off or shed
mm-hmm,
off the extra excess thing that you don't want on
mm-hmm.
you. You don't want to take those potential steps at all.
No, no. And even when with the whole BBL boom, as I
Yeah.
like to call it, there's still a maintenance plan that you need to be
It's
on.
maintenance plan that you need to be on.
You have to maintain that, babes. You have
Yeah.
to maintain that. Like
Yes. I
you,
agree.
and then on top of that, even when you get those surgeries, genetics don't lie.
That's right.
Genetics do not lie. So you could move that fat into another area of your body, right?
Mm-hmm,
But your genetics are going to be like, no, sis, that's not supposed to be there. So
mm-hmm.
we're going to, because the way you
Misunderstood.
lose weight is the way you lose weight. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person, when I lose weight, I lose it in my face and in my legs first. My
Mm.
stomach says, no, we're not doing that. We're just gonna stay here. This is, we're happy here. But most women that get the
Mm-hmm,
BBL,
mm-hmm.
they'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting, like you said, I'm gaining back in those places." That's your body.
That's your
Like,
body natural thing. That's
you
right. That's right.
cannot restructure your
Oh
DNA
yes.
strands. It don't work like that.
No. Not even structure your DNA. Structure your body that you helped create, get to that point, and then
Mm-hmm.
want a quicker fix that took the shortest amount of time to get you the results. And that's fine. Okay. Say for instance, we go ahead and go with the surgery. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I've had several clients that say, you know what? This surgery, I need it, but I need to be healthier
Mm-hmm.
more. And so
Mm-hmm.
there comes me, hey, don't knock me. I went and got surgery,
Mm-hmm.
but I really need help to keep this consistent. I do not want to get where
Mm-hmm.
I am anymore. What would you say to your clients when if they came that way?
Oh, that way. Because for me, I don't judge anybody that gets
Mhm,
surgery.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
just, for me, keep it a stickety stack. Don't be out here lying like you was in the gym and you was
Oh,
doing this and you was
yes.
doing that. And that's something you see a lot of women that are
Mhm.
in fitness now. They're running down to the DR, they're running to Columbia and getting these surgeries, and they come back, oh girls,
Mm.
come do my fitness
Fitness
program.
club.
Baby, that's
Yeah,
not, you don't even know what a bicep curl is.
that's
How are
right.
you, the blind leading the blind? You know what
Mhm,
I'm saying?
mhm,
So I've had women come to me and they said, like, I did get this surgery. They may say if they like it or don't like it, that's their business.
mhm,
But if they're saying, I do want to be healthier, I
mhm.
do want to learn how to consume the right types of
Correct.
foods, I do want to learn how to move my body in an appropriate way. Come on, sister, let's do it. You know what I mean? But the women or the people, because men get surgery too. There's men that get pectoral
Mm,
implants. There's
mm.
men that get calf implants. That's a huge thing. Calf implants amongst men is huge, you know. So I don't knock anybody, that's your story with Jesus.
That's
You
right.
you got to talk to God about that at the end of the day. Like you got to sit with your own man or woman in the mirror. But if you are coming and saying, I want to be healthier. Like,
That's
yeah,
right.
I look healthy, but I don't feel healthy.
That's right.
Let's help you to feel healthy. Let's go through the plan that we need to go through. And I'm always open to helping people do that.
And what are the steps that you would say, like, to go through the plan of being healthy, when you feel physically healthy but not
Mhm.
mentally healthy?
Ooh, it's acknowledging why you don't feel mentally healthy.
Mm,
You have to acknowledge and you have to understand, like, what is in this space that I'm presently in right now, what is causing me to not mentally feel healthy, right? And then sometimes, not sometimes actually, a lot of times it's, you need to go see a therapist, friends, and that's okay. The things that you learn in therapy, and I've had clients that do this too, the things that they learn in therapy, they bring it into our coaching
mhm,
sessions, bring
mhm.
it into our wellness sessions. But it's being able to acknowledge, this is how I'm feeling right now, and I no longer want to feel that way. Okay, cool. The next thing we need to acknowledge is, what are you doing? What have you been doing that has been holding you back from
Mm,
having the wellness experience that you want to have? And sometimes it can be the limiting mindset or the fixed mindset. Sometimes it is our childhood trauma. And it's not even sometimes, a lot of times it's our childhood traumas that
mhm,
have spawned into the fear of abandonment, the fears of rejection, the jealousy, the perfectionism, the class clown, all of those things, that involves a lot of like shadow work and things like that. Your inner critic that you're constantly dealing with, your ego, what's blocking you from reaching that level that you're trying to get to. Be honest with yourself. How do you show up in your worst self? On the days that you don't feel like working out, or the days that you want to give up, what are the things that you're saying to yourself? What are the things that you're feeling? You know what I mean? And then the next step is, all right, what is your vision for like you being at your healthiest, best self? What does that look like? When you get up in the morning, take me from sun up to sundown. You know what I mean? What are you wearing? What are you eating? Where are the places that you're going? Who are the people that you're talking to? What type of feelings are you having? You know what I mean? And then, all right, now let's get into this action plan. What's the exercise going to look like? What's the nutrition going to look like? The check-ins of, how are you feeling eating these foods and moving your body in this way? Because I could tell somebody, oh, what do you think about running? Right? Me personally, I hate to run. I will run for Jesus. I'll run for a train, and that's about it. But I hate running. I'm not going to tell somebody, because I hate running, you're going to hate running too. I have clients, they love to run. So I'm like, all right, that's part of your plan, sis. You're going to do that. But what does the exercise look like and feel like for you? What are the areas that you want to focus on outside of weight loss? Do you want to, like my cousin just messaged me today and was like, I just want to be able to walk without feeling winded. That's a good goal, sis. Like, okay,
that is a good set goal at that. Be realistic about it.
Exactly. Because the thing is that movement and nutrition is about so much more than weight loss and being aesthetically pleasing. It's so much more than that people don't realize it, or they refuse to kind of open their minds up and understand, like, I want to be able to walk to my car and not be like, like, who wants that? Or if I had kids, I'd want to be able to go to an amusement park all day with my kids and not be like, oh, mama got to sit down, y'all. Like, like, you have to look at life so much bigger than being aesthetically pleasing to somebody else.
That is so true. And
Most
then
of the time, you're not trying to be aesthetically pleasing for yourself. You're trying to be for somebody else.
That is so true, especially when it comes down to New Year time or summertime fine, right? Everybody, you want to show up at summertime fine, but you may be perfect in your own image. And then you want to do this extra stuff because you got the friends in the pack that, oh, she worked on her 6-pack, but she worked on it for a while. And here you are coming in May, you're ready for June. It don't work like that.
That is not how this works. I tell everybody, wellness is an ongoing thing. It's so many layers to wellness, where it's not just about how you look at the beach, because you can look at that friend and be like, damn, she got the 6-pack. You don't know what time she goes to bed at night. You don't know what time she puts her phone on do not disturb. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the meditation and things that she does, and all of that stuff. That all plays a part. And that's one of my big missions, is to get people to understand that everything in your life plays a part in your wellness. Everything.
And everybody's not going to have the same customized plan. You can live in the same household. You can have the same genetics. You can have the same background, whatever. That can be your mom. That can be your sister, whatever. Totally different people, totally different plans. The agenda has to be something set, tailored, especially for you. So just because you see someone else be able to run, and you may have knee problems, and you can't run long, and then now you wrapping up your knees so you can do what they do, and this might not be a match for you. Find something that is really catered to your needs. Like, you can feel it. You can actually feel when it's good for your body, when it's good for your body. And most of the time, it's mainly, especially us adults, it's mainly the things you were already doing as a kid that you mentally took out of your routine, like you physically took it out. And then now, because you feel like you're too grown to move that way, or to play, or to be that energetic. And that's where the problem lies. I believe that most of us, we took those childhood things that we used to do to be healthy, including
Mhm.
supplements, including
Mhm.
the sun, including playing, and
Mhm.
including the mental transition of just generally living. Took that out, and then here we are.
Yes, and that's one of the things that I've been really big on for my own journey. Um, Everybody, I haven't seen it too much on social media lately, but the whole thing about masculine, feminine energy, and people piss me. Can I cuss on here? Can I cuss on here? Can I cuss? Or if I can't, I'll keep it clean. I'll keep it clean. But people, look, my sister-in-law says it burns my biscuits.
Oh my, oh my. It really does because, but everything is shown up a different way. We're sure, everything, everything.
Everything, and when you said it's about being childlike, you know
Mm-hmm.
that goes into the whole play about like masculine and feminine,
Mm,
you know
mm,
and people think that, like, when I talk to my clients about that, I do a whole like lesson or coaching session just about understanding masculine and feminine energy, and that it's
mm.
not secluded to where men only have masculine energy
That's
and
right.
women only have feminine energy.
Because we all
And
have feelings, all those things still
and then you
line up in
have
our
to have
body.
structure. The masculine energy is
I like
literally
that.
the structure that
I like that.
holds in the feelings and the emotions and the connection, right?
That's true.
And I let my clients know all the time that when it comes to wellness, yes, you have to have structure. What
Mhm.
days of the week are you going to exercise? How many meals a day are you going to eat? Do you have target calories that you're trying to hit? Where are you exercising? You have to have those things. You have to have that structure. But then where the feeling comes in is about being
Mm.
intentional about the structure.
Whoa.
Why am I creating this structure? Why am I exercising these days a week? And even in the middle of the exercise, your feminine energy has to come in. Am I feeling it in the places that I'm supposed to be
Mm.
feeling it? What's my mental state during this workout? Like, I tell folks all the time, it's so much deeper than the intro. Like, y'all don't get it. Shout out to J. Cole. Y'all don't get it. Like, it's so much deeper than what people think.
It's wellness is the deepest thing that I've ever seen. I think that's why I'm so
Mhm.
attracted to it, and it attracts me.
Mhm.
And I'm excited for it because when you think well, you are,
Mhm.
and it's already written that way. It's
Mhm.
written that way.
Mhm.
It's written for us to be youthful. It's written for us
Yes.
to move. It's written for us to do great things. In order for you
Mhm.
to do them, you have to have the mental, the
Mhm.
physical, the capacity to get to that level. And it's crazy because if we feel like we're not on that level, meaning looking at somebody else, meaning trying to be something else, and then that's what takes us out of the entire equation. I
Mhm.
want to be in
Mhm.
my equation. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is continue to evolve
Mhm.
because there are levels
Mhm.
to wellness to where eventually like you have to keep coming back to it because you're growing into another
Mhm.
level. So you're gonna come back and start with your
Mhm.
emotions again. You're gonna go through personal growth again. Your physical is gonna change again. Your mental
Yes.
is gonna change again, and you have to be prepared for it. And the
Yes.
only way you're gonna be prepared for it is you have somebody to coach you along the way. And
Mhm.
and that's just like a football player. If a
Yes.
football player, he'd be the greatest player, but he still got a coach. Get
Indeed.
in the game, stay active, and keep action.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's not
Every
that hard.
level that you move into, and it's not even just if you're moving up into levels, even
That's
if
right.
something in life happens that knocks you off your square, you have to be able to come back. And I was telling one of my girlfriends that she reached out to me. She was like, "Oh girl, I'm just gonna have such a busy week. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the plan that you created for me." And I said, "You're thinking too
Mm,
deeply about this, sis. Just literally take from the plan that you can do this week." I said the goal this week is just consistency. At least get your 3 to 4 days in. You do one part of the plan, even if it's only for 30 minutes.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, if, like I said, a busy week comes along, how do I redefine my wellness this week?
Mhm.
It, it,
Because
it
nobody's that busy though. No, let's be more realistic about that though.
No one is that busy.
No,
This
I'm
one
not too
girl,
busy to not sit there and say I need sleep for this amount
yeah,
of time, or I need
yeah,
to drink my water up this amount of time, or I need to move because I've been sitting for
mm-hmm,
so long
mm-hmm,
for that amount of
mm-hmm,
time. Some
mm-hmm.
people really serious about how much time they have, and you
Yeah,
need to be serious about how much time you
yes,
gonna have life
yes,
expansion wise.
yes. And one of my, not what she's, girl, I'm sitting here talking about like this girl is my friend. This girl I follow on social media, she just had she just had twins. And she did a
Ouch.
post. She said, I did not realize how much time I wasted until I had my kids. I wasted so much time before having kids because
Wow.
I get so much more stuff done, like when they're napping or whatever, or I get so much more things done. And
Time
when
not
she
used
said that, and I
wisely.
even look at my own self with like the
Hmm.
places that I want to go as far
Hmm.
as career wise and things like that. And I'm like, girl, you can get your 8 hours of sleep, but you need to be more strategic about what you're doing in between
That's
all
right.
that time. And that's okay. You
It is.
know, like, and I really feel like people don't understand that. And
Mm-mm.
especially if your goal is, and I tell folks, if your goal is to lose weight, you know, you have to be strategic about your time.
Mm.
You have to be. Because like I told my homegirl, each week is gonna be different. Shit, each day is gonna be different. Like
That's what I just said. Yeah,
I look at my
that's true.
own week, like every Sunday night, I look at what the week ahead. All right, what's going on these days? Where can I fit in movement for myself? You know, I need to go to the grocery store. What's gonna be the best day for me to go to the grocery store? Blah, 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 blah. And like I know for myself, Thursday and Friday is cut. I can't do anything Thursday and Friday. So how do I make the other days of the week work best for me?
Mm.
Every week I redefine my
That's
wellness,
right. You're supposed to.
you know. And I tell folks, it's not about this is the, like, when you redefine it one time, that's it.
That's it.
No,
It's
because then
gonna
when
keep coming back
the
around.
kids come in the mix, you got to change it. If you're living with a significant other, you got to change it. If you
Mm-hmm.
get a new job, you got to change it. If you lose your job, you got to
Adjusting.
change it. You have to learn how to pivot and adapt, and that's what redefining your wellness is all about, is being able to pivot and
Right.
adapt but still stay well at the same time.
Yeah, because when that structure come in, I think that's where people get that the structure mixed up with everything else. It's
They get
just
comfortable.
yeah. And then the structure could be this week I am busy, right? Say for
Mhm,
instance, okay, so it's okay to be really, really busy one day.
mhm,
It's okay. It's perfectly normal to say, I didn't get to XYZ on
mhm,
Monday, but
mhm,
on Tuesday, intentionally make sure
mhm,
that you fit that time in for
mhm,
yourself. Because I know there at one point there was super busy days to
mhm,
where yes I did move, yes I did eat, and it was probably two or three things that I still wanted to do for myself health
mhm,
wise to where I couldn't jump into. But
mhm.
that doesn't mean that I'm not healthy. That
Right.
doesn't mean that it wasn't structured. It was still
Mhm,
structured in the way that it needed to be for
mhm,
me at that time.
mhm,
People say, okay, well, I don't want to be booked and busy. Sometimes you're going to be booked and busy. It's
mhm,
okay. And you
mhm,
might not even get time to stand up for 2 seconds,
mhm,
and that's okay. But that's a temporary thing. Don't make it a constant thing because
mhm.
that's when you've taken yourself out of the levels as to where you need to go and the
Exactly.
fulfillment that you need to keep your
Exactly.
body up to par. And that's it. We
Exactly.
want to make sure that you function well because I think I get a lot from a lot of people just well now I'm too busy, and that's what people I work with a lot of
Mhm,
really busy entrepreneurs that don't have time to kind of prioritize
mhm,
their lifestyles. And so when we get people like that, you have to, of course, we give them the structure, we give them the plan, we
mhm,
give them, strategic ways of doing
mhm,
things, but then they still come with, I didn't have
mhm,
time. Now it's a busy season. And for
mhm,
everybody, have a significant busy
mhm.
season. That's okay. But I want you to realize that you can take that and say it's busy. Okay, I didn't eat fruit
Yeah.
today. Fine, fine. Don't
Yeah.
pressure yourself, but still be serious about the
Yeah.
plan and go by doing it. Some kind of
Yeah.
way you're gonna have to figure it out to where
Yeah.
that plan is good for you and you need that
Mhm.
structure.
And giving yourself grace when you can't always meet the structure.
Mm.
Give yourself grace when you can't always meet the structure. Like, I travel a lot, and there are times where I can't always meet the structure in my
Mm,
mind that I know helps me to be the
that's
best
right.
version of myself. So I say, okay, to be the best version of me right now, how can I do what I need to do?
Wow, that's
You know
right.
what I mean? How can
I
I
like
be the
that.
best person that I can be right now?
I like that.
You know, and
It's
and,
being
and people
realistic.
forget that. And I don't even want to say people. I feel like men do a really good job with right now.
Can you? We can talk about this another day. They do.
Men
They
do a
do.
great job
They
with
do.
right now, you know, and
Hmm.
women are very forward thinking. We're very
Uh-huh.
forward
That's right.
thinking. And,
Later
and
on.
and that's also when you have, you know, you bring those two things together, because then the man learns how to be forward thinking and the woman learns how to be more present.
That's right. That's right.
And I've met a lot of women, and it was also me looking in my own mirror
Mm-hmm.
about, you're not present, babe. You're not
Right.
present in this moment. You're not present in your body. You know, you don't.
Mm.
There was a time, I remember you said everybody has their booked and busy season. I remember, so I'm from the DC area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hustle and bustle. You know, we always on the move, metro, you know,
Always.
all that good stuff. And there were moments where I would be working like 16, 18-hour days, you know,
Wow.
in the fitness industry. So
Oh, wow.
I'm moving my body
Okay. Was there.
all the
Yeah.
time. You
That's right.
know, I was working full time for a corporate wellness company, teaching group exercise classes there. I
Mm-hmm.
was personal training at like 2 facilities. I was
Mm.
teaching cycle. I think I was teaching cycle at that time at least 3 days a week.
Oh, wow.
And I was up and down on the metro. I was going between Maryland,
Wow.
DC, and Virginia, right? And I wasn't present. I was not present in myself. I just was moving, just moving. I never even stopped to say, "How you doing, girl? Are you feeling okay? Do you need
Mm.
to just take a moment? Do you need to change some things around?" I didn't do that. And I meet a lot of women and a lot of women entrepreneurs that are just not present.
Wait. Right in that moment where they need to be. That's right.
Mhm,
That's right.
mhm, mhm,
I'm, and it's okay though. And I don't think they acknowledge that. And then when they don't acknowledge it, that's how you know that they're not acknowledging the real them or the
yes,
greatness within them. Like
yes.
they're missing that whole piece.
You're not acknowledging your inner child.
Not at all.
And I know that
Ignoring everything that's going to
everything.
take you to a whole nother level. That's what I'm talking about with women being busy though. Like they don't even have time to even acknowledge them being them. I've had one client that said that she don't even recognize herself. And not even just like the physical aspect of it. She's like, some things that I'm starting to say is confusing me. So of course we had to refer her to, you know, a
Mhm,
therapist to
mhm,
see, you know, what was going
mhm,
on there. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, even the therapist referred her to come back to me on a
mhm,
wellness note to kind of
mhm,
figure out
mhm,
what's bothering her on certain levels. And
mhm,
I'm thinking, it's her, it's
mhm,
not us. She's
mhm,
got to figure that thing out.
mhm,
And we finally got to the end of it, but she crashed eventually,
mhm,
and took really sick and end up in the
mhm,
hospital and stuff like that. So we just got to be mindful
mhm,
that, you know, some of these things that we are doing, we don't have to do too much of, and
mhm,
it's taking us
mhm,
away from being us.
mhm,
And something, because a lot of the reason why I do my plans the way I do it, to
mhm.
actually help you find you a little bit more, is
Yeah.
a lot of people end up saying, "You're right, I don't really like doing the business that I'm doing. I might either and I give them ideas of little reminders,
Mhm,
not
mhm,
ideas, little reminders of
mhm,
what they would normally believe in.
mhm, mhm.
So somebody took you out the path some kind of way.
Because it even, you know, I tell folks, because I'm really big into meditation. Meditation is my jam.
Mm-mm.
And I started off with silent meditations, right? And
Mm.
then I started doing guided meditations. And then
Mm.
I listened to Angie Martinez's podcast, and she had Usher on there. Oh, his growth is so beautiful. Listening to him on that podcast, it just made my heart smile. And he was talking about how he does silent meditations, and
Gotcha.
he suggests that his whole crew does silent meditations. So I was
Wow.
like, girl, let's go back into silent meditations. Let's go back to actually listening to what my inner voice is
That's right.
saying, and actually hearing it, because it can be startling. Say if you're in a meeting and you hear your inner critic comes out like, "Oh, girl, you can't do that." You don't know how to fight it. You don't not necessarily
Right.
fight it, but you don't know how to tell that inner voice, "Girlfriend, have a seat.
Mm,
We're good. Have a seat. I'll deal with you later. We'll talk about you later,"
that's
and
right.
continue on with meetings and
That's
things like
right.
that. I tell my girlfriends this all the time. I'm like, y'all need to meditate, because it's going to
Yeah,
help you to be more connected with
that's right.
you. I have girlfriends that they don't know what their favorite color is.
I'm telling you, it's just literally taken away from that. I'm telling you, it just seemed like I've been seeing more people, more especially women that are not able to be themselves fully and wholly,
Yeah.
because we are, like we talked before, about the judgment, about
Yes.
how how we have to show up a certain way, and it is
Mm-hmm.
harder for us,
Mm-hmm.
especially in any industry.
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, I like to talk to people that are just like, when I talk to my clients, I'm talking to them just like I'm talking to you. I'm talking to them
Yeah.
just like I talk to a friend. I'm talking
Yes.
to them. I talk to everybody pretty much the same, because I
Mm-hmm.
want to get the same results. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
just open up and say, "This is me," and I'm proud
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Yeah. Like I, one of the I think quirky things about me, I love Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. Girl, they just had a reboot that was on Netflix. I'm so mad that I finished it and I'm ready for the next one. Girl, I saw they had a Sailor Moon shirt at Target and I got excited in the daggone store and I bought the shirt. Like
Yeah.
those are things, and a lot of people know
Mm.
that about me because I'm not ashamed to say like
Mhm,
these
mhm.
are things that I like. I love the color yellow. I
I
have
like
my
that.
handy
It's
dandy
beautiful.
yellow water
That's
truck.
oh, that is so cute.
Like,
Yes.
and when I hear women that just say like, I don't know what to do on my wellness journey. I
Mm.
don't know, like I'm eating foods that I don't like.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, why? And like, well, because they
Mm.
said it's healthy. There's other healthy foods out there that you're probably gonna like. Or, well, I'm doing this exercise, but I hate it. Well, why are you doing it? Well, they
That's
said
right.
that I can get a bigger butt with it. There's other exercises to help you get a bigger butt that's probably more enjoyable.
And also maybe something that your body want versus the stuff that,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's most of the time the stuff that they see is not even meant for them. Like foods, exercises.
I hate lunges. I hate doing lunges. I hate them. And I rarely do them. I only do them when I'm like, well, girl, these quads need a little, let's do these. But then I know there's other exercises that'll help me to make my quads stronger
That's right.
and
That's right.
help me with my hips. And, like I even tell women, because indoor cycle is not easy for everybody.
Uh-huh.
It's anatomically, it's very discouraging.
It is.
it's
Because
it's
it's not
not
a real bike. It's
yes,
totally different.
and it's not one of the most body positive spaces, mostly because of the equipment.
Gotcha.
It's a small little seat and you got to sit your behind, especially my black girls. And that's why I usually never see a lot of black women come to my classes, because the thing is, how am I supposed to fit my butt on the seat? And
That's
I
right.
give suggestions and I tell them, y'all, I've been cycling for 10 years. The seat still don't fit me, but I make it work because I enjoy
Gotta make
cycling
them. Yeah.
versus
Enjoy
running.
it.
I
That's
really
right.
love this.
Oh yeah. Big
And
difference.
just helping women to understand, like, you don't have to stay in this space if you
Mhm.
don't like
Mhm.
it. You
Mhm.
stop staying in this space if you don't like it. Just like you
That's
said,
right.
you have women that they do business and they don't even like the daggone
They
business.
don't even like the
Like for
business.
me, I at one point in time I loved personal training. I loved personal training. I don't like it now. I feel like, one, I'm older. Two, people don't be showing up to the sessions and I be getting mad. You know
Or
what I
they
mean?
don't do what they supposed to be
They
doing.
don't do
I
what
have homework for my clients,
I
so
do
it's
too.
totally
And
different.
people still don't be doing
They
it,
don't do
you
it.
know. And then
Yeah,
number
you're right.
three, the session starts to move away from movement and it starts to literally
Mm.
become coaching. And so then I had to realize, God, what I'm supposed to be doing for real? Coaching and
That's
speaking.
right.
That's what I'm
That
supposed to
is
do. I'm
true.
supposed to lead people in that way. And it's like if you want to focus more on the personal training part, which I have one of my sorority sisters, she has a personal trainer. She started with me, and she was like, "You laid the foundation down for me, where
That's
it's
right.
now easier for this person to train me."
Correct.
However, I understand that this is what I need from
Transition
this
has to
person,
happen.
and this is
That's
what
right.
I need from you.
That's
This
right.
is where
The
it works better.
transition has to happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's okay, but knowing myself enough to know, girl, it's a whole mosquito in this damn. Knowing myself enough to know and feeling in my body, I really don't like this.
That's right.
So what?
That's right.
How can I stay in the wellness space but do it in a way that I like?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And that's another. That's in general. That's in life. How
Hmm.
can I stay in my space
Hmm.
and enjoy
Hmm.
what I'm doing at the same time, so that ways I can be well on all these
Yeah.
different levels. Yes.
And even in relationships, like me and my significant other are in a space right now where I'm like, I don't like the way this is going. We got to change some things. And
That's right.
we're having the conversations about, all right, what do we need to fix or change so that
It'll
it
work.
can be, in order for it to be something that we both like.
That's right.
It's in every area of life.
Every area. This is in human being. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I am so loving this. This is so good. Like, 'cause this, you just don't know. You answer all the questions that I know that people are needing to hear, especially like the steps. I liked your 3 steps that you kind
Mhm.
of mentioned how you go through the process of getting them to
Mhm.
start, mentally,
Mhm.
in order for them to, especially when they don't feel, good
Mhm.
physically. Most people do enjoy the way their body looks. They might
Mhm.
like to take away from here and there,
Yeah.
but for the most part, they just want to sustain that mentally because
Mhm.
you've been told that, oh girl, you look good, or and all these people give you compliments, but you're not complimenting yourself because you don't feel
Yes.
like that. So it's
Yes.
all about that feeling too. So, and in other words, I want to make sure that you tell them how to find you so they can connect with you with these programs, and also give them a word of encouragement because I know you got one.
Oh, I have a lot of words of encouragement. Child, where do I begin? The first thing is you said something very poignant about how we take other people's compliments better than we compliment ourselves, right? So one of the things on my road to what I call, it's like my space of body neutrality, and what people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand with body neutrality, it's literally keeping your body neutral from like
Mm-hmm.
the society. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing is like exercising, but not doing it to make
That's
your
right.
body look a particular way,
That's right.
eating not to make your body look a particular type of way. And so I had to work on like my self-love and my body acceptance. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
levels to this. It's understanding body positivity is one thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
moving to body acceptance. How can I accept my body every single
That's
day?
right.
Because some days I'm gonna be like, yes, girl, you're fierce. And then other days it's like, thank you for just waking me up today.
That's
And I
right.
don't want to talk to you for the rest of the day.
That
I
is
love you.
right.
And that's okay.
And
And
that's okay.
a lot of women feel like I have to love my body 24/7, and that's
Mm.
not real life. Like,
It's not gonna be real life.
you want to acknowledge and accept that your body does things for you outside of the way that it looks. And
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the things that I practiced for a very long time, was looking in the mirror and telling my body, thank you. Thank you,
Wow.
stomach, for protecting my organs. And in the wintertime, you keep me warm, sis. And,
Mm.
you help my hormones and my vitamins to flow
That's
freely
right.
throughout my body. Thank you,
Mm.
legs, for taking me on all the places that I've been and helping
Mm.
me to lead people into wonderful new spaces in their life. Thank you. Like, and I really focus on like my problem
Mhm,
areas, or
mhm,
areas
mhm.
that people tell me aren't good enough. Like, I sat in the mirror and that was my daily routine. You
Mm.
know what I mean? So now I'm in a space where I'm like, I literally talk to my body like it's a separate person, because I feel like she deserves that.
She deserves that.
like she deserves me to say, like, when, if for example I was feeling really dehydrated a couple of days ago, and I know when I'm feeling dehydrated, like I know, and I said, girl, don't worry, I'm gonna get you some water soon, sis. Like I
Oh,
do stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah,
girl, don't worry, we're gonna have something green soon. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Like,
But if you speak life into all these other things, other people, people speak to their plants, people speak to their dogs. Why not speak over your life? I think that's one of the biggest things that we forget, that we are, and we have to come first before we put everything else out there. Like,
yeah,
before you step into the universe, you are the universe. Like,
yeah,
you are the reason why you're able to, like, move your fingers. You are magnetically
that
the
is my
general vibe
prayer.
and the energy that you give yourself. It's
That's my
crazy.
prayer every day. Every day when I pray, the first thing I say is, God, thank you that my toes and my fingers wiggle. Thank
That
you.
I can do it. That I can do it.
That is the smallest movement that your body can do, is wiggle your pinky toe and your regular pinkies. I always say thank you, God, for being helping me be able to do that. But like I said, wellness gets deep. Like,
Oh
your
yeah,
spirit, your body is just a vessel. Your body is just a vessel for your spirit. It's literally, it's like a spacesuit. It's a capsule.
it's a
It's
capsule
Your body is the masculine and your spirit is the feminine. You know what I'm saying?
all the way.
So you have to speak to the vessel sometime and be like, I hear you, dog. You hungry. All right, I got you. Like, I really believe in that. You know what I mean?
But
And
also just thinking that how the mind works, because if you speaking it, then you telling the mind itself like, hey, we got to get going today. Like, I know, I'm sure you felt those days where you just like, what, I don't want to go. I'm not about to put on. I'm out of there. But at the same time, when you're mentally telling yourself, and then you eating it up, and it got to go through the body. The body
yes.
is a whole vibe. When the mind, you speaking it, it helps the body go, you know what? We do need to move. And I feel like, and I'm just gonna drop this real quick, is that, even when people are really, really ill and they
Mhm,
believe in their mind, like, you know what, I just want to leave. I just want to leave. And I've been in
mhm,
that place before. So I can
mm,
attest to this, to where, you don't want to live anymore. You want to stop. And then you just like, you know what? I'm gonna live. I'm gonna be alive. I'm
mhm.
gonna be well. And then you actually shoot for it, and then you see
Yes,
it come to pass.
yes.
It is one of those things that nobody can take from you. Especially, I'm pretty sure got some people out there that are listening that have had some chronic illnesses and
Mhm,
have seen past that. Some
mhm.
people, dealt with cancer and all those issues, and they've seen past that. They've seen them having to speak over their life in order for them to continue to live.
My mom was diagnosed with gallbladder cancer at the end of 2020.
Mm.
And I remember when my mom, she was getting her lymph nodes removed or something like that.
Wow.
And she was in the hospital, and I was like, I was like, you okay? And she just was so calm. She was like, I'm sitting here watching Price is Right. Like, she just was very,
You gotta be.
even when she told me, like, yeah, girl, it's cancer. And I just was like,
Wow.
she was so calm. Like, she didn't cry. At
Wow.
least I never saw her cry. Like, she took it like a G. My mom took it like a
Wow.
G. But my dad was broken up. Oh,
Gotcha.
this
Yeah.
guy was going through it. But my
Yeah.
mom was and she cried her
Mm.
tears after she went into remission. Like, when
Wow.
she found out that she no longer had it in her body, she said, okay, now I can cry, but cry tears of
Mm.
grace. She didn't cry the woe is me. She didn't cry. At least I don't know. I wasn't there with her when she's praying with God, but she didn't let us see that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
so, watching her go through that and not be defeated, it just was like, okay, there
Yeah.
there is so much more that the mind can do than what people really think. Like,
Woo.
if you want to be healthy, if you want to live, you will live.
You
You have
will.
to believe that it's going to happen.
You have
You
to.
have to show up in a particular way to say it's going to happen. But even people, what and my friends always think I'm so weird about this. I'm like, man, I really don't want to do this today. I will talk to my body and say, hey girl, we got to do this, this, and this. And then I promise when we are done, we're gonna do whatever it is you want to do.
That is so awesome.
That,
That is a good thing. That's a
that's
good
me
thing.
talking to my inner child,
That's right.
you
That's right.
know, because I can feel her being like, I don't want to do this
That's
today.
right.
No, I want to sit and watch cartoons. Baby, we will watch the cartoons, but we have to do this
Oh,
today first. And
I
that's,
like that. I
girl,
like that.
I'm very
I like
woo.
that. No, we're gonna talk a little bit more. I want you to tell them how to reach you though, because
Okay.
he's a good coach. Y'all get out here and get the coach because y'all know most of our I do my programs or whatever,
Mhm,
but there's certain levels to where I will work with you.
mhm,
I'm more specializing in gut health
mhm,
and lymphatic system
mhm,
and stuff like
mhm,
that.
mhm,
So very knowledgeable there, and I
mhm.
like to stay in my lane.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that because I've
Yeah.
done everything: dietitian,
Mhm.
nutrition, herbalist, detox therapy, all that.
Yes.
And so, and of course, and attest to the choreography and the
Mhm.
fitness instructor. So,
Yes.
I want to, see more of us out here
Mhm.
doing great work. Like
Mhm.
she's giving you all the gems off the dome. I'm loving it. Like she didn't even go into her story or anything like that, which is still a story in its
Yes.
own because
Yes.
this is just letting us know more about. And she didn't even go into her programs. What she do? This is
No.
just knowledge of of a perspective
Mhm.
for wellness.
Mhm.
And this is always needed. So yes, I want you to drop where you from, where area you in, and all that good stuff about your
Yes.
business, how they can find you, and
Yes.
then definitely you already dropped plenty of gems, but give us a word of
Yeah.
encouragement so we can close out.
Definitely. So y'all can find me, of course, on the gram. My Instagram is at HeyNeekV. And I'm on TikTok at HeyNeekV.
Oh, nice.
I do have a podcast also. It's called the Redefining Wellness Podcast. You can find it on all the streaming, whatever you listen to podcasts on, you listen to it. I'm a purist, so I'm not on YouTube. I don't know if I'll ever get on YouTube. That's just my thing. And you can also find the podcast Instagram, Redefining Wellness Pod.
Okay.
And my business is Uniquely Fit Training, and you can find me uniquelyfittraining.com. You can shoot me an email, uniquelyfittraining@gmail.com. And I specialize in body confidence,
Mm-hmm.
helping women to really get to the space of true body neutrality, where they are moving their bodies for reasons that are outside of weight loss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Weight loss is going to come with it.
That's right.
It's a,
Automatically.
it's gonna second nature. It's gonna happen, you know. But my focus is really helping women to deal with the body image issues that they have had, like
Mm-hmm.
myself, for my whole entire childhood, because it's something that's been projected onto us.
That's right.
And my big message for people, for parents, the big message is please stop projecting your body image issues on your children. Please stop doing that. Please stop projecting society's body image issues on your
Mm-hmm.
children.
Mm-hmm.
Fathers, please stop making your child, your daughter especially, making your daughter's wellness experience or beauty so male centered. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's something I feel like I had to deal with for most of my life, that
Mm-hmm.
everything that I did was centered around the appeasement of
Right.
men. Let that baby live her life the way that she wants to
That's
lead
right.
it. The men or women or whatever, just stop making your children do stuff for the opposite sex or
That's
the
right.
same sex or whoever they're trying to attract.
That's right.
Um and y'all just remember that your insecurities are literally just other people's fears and their own insecurities as being projected onto you, because you were not brought on this earth to be insecure.
That's right.
You were not brought onto this earth to have the spirit of fear. That's something that was placed on you by
Mm.
other people.
That's
So,
right.
and that's what causes, I feel like that's what makes people be fearful to be
That's right.
themselves
Mm-hmm.
and fearful to show up and take up space. And a lot of women that I've worked with that are in the corporate space, they're like, well, I'm afraid to say this. Why, girl? Well, I'm already big, so I don't want to take up even more space. Baby, take up all the space, bust the box open. Create your own box. Create your own lane. It's okay. You have one life to live. And as my significant other says, they make caskets for one, they make hospital beds for one.
Wow. You know what? So, as you can see, guys, we're gonna have to have her to come on and tell her actual story next time. And
The
then
spirit was leading,
this
Nadia.
is
The
so
spirit
good.
told me
This
to
is
lead
so
this
good.
way.
Yes. So again, you reach her, follow her, get in her inbox, get in her
Please.
DMs, and ask her questions because this is really, really good and it's very helpful for the audience that we have. And especially, just the communities in general, and especially you speaking to, like we spoke at the beginning about the parents, and how they need to be more involved in the children's lives, to get them more active,
Mhm.
and we'll get the parents more active in it, just acknowledging that
Mhm.
what their needs are. So
Yeah.
again, this is the Wellness Plug TV. We're closing out. My name is Nadia by Nature. Don't forget to go to nadiabynature.com and check me out, as well as the Shed Away Plan and Well Out Loud, so you can
Yes.
get some information. So I am well and I am out loud. That's one of the reasons why we have the Wellness Plug TV, because we want to make sure that we stay that way. So
Yes.
until next time, we see you next time with this beautiful lady. Have a good day.